Hey fragrance lovers and enthusiasts, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel, chatting it up again with another beautiful fragrance for you guys. And this is a gem. This is a beautiful fragrance. I'm bringing it to the fragrance world. I'm bringing it to the fragrance game here. You heard it here. This is a beautiful fragrance and it's worth checking out. If you like complex, daring fragrances, this one's for you. This is a special niche fragrance. Let's chat all about it. It's Treachery from the house of Maher Fragrances. Yes, a brand new fragrance on the fragrance scene. Kind of a newer company. Not everybody knows about them or has gotten their nose on it. And I'm happy to bring it to you. And I paid full 100% price for this. No discounts. I paid for this baby here with my money. I smelled this one. I got myself a sample. And I said, I gotta have this in my collection. So what am I talking about? You're saying, Ben, what is this even about? Ben, why are you so excited? Guys, let's talk about the notes and the smell and the feeling, the emotion, and all the other details I always get into my videos. Let's jump into it. So first off, you get pipe tobacco, a heavy, rich, pipe tobacco, a little bit aggressive too. And I do like my tobacco. So this is that real full-bodied, lush, high-quality pipe tobacco that I've been wanting. I'm like, yes, it's got vanilla here, but here it's not exactly boozy, but it almost smells like the black, like the vanilla, the pod around the vanilla. It's got the woody, dark aspect of vanilla, but not a lot of sweetness from the vanilla. And I really like that added richness and heaviness and complexity to this fragrance. Then you get some sweet almond, and I don't get a lot of nuttiness, but there is a little bit of added smoothness you can tell in the background, helping things transition a little bit with almost the oiliness of like a sweet almond oil. And then you get, it's gorgeous, guys. It's crazy. It has saffron, and the saffron here really adds, to the top of this fragrance, that elegance and those leathery overtones, and adds a real luxurious feel to this fragrance. And then you get some Davana. And there's a lot of Davana here. Actually, Davana is a huge player in this fragrance. If you've never smelled it or seen anything like it, if you're familiar with dragon's blood incense, it's somewhat similar. It's a heavy, richer, darker incense and kind of note, and it has a real heavy richness and a feel to it, and it really adds to this almost aggressive, assertive nature with that pipe tobacco, again with those like fresh, luxurious, not completely dry but almost dry, and it's like leathery, and you can kind of fold it like those tobacco leaves. High quality tobacco though. And this fragrance doesn't play any games. There's some boozy notes, there's some whiskey that comes through, and I do have to say that it comes off to me more like corn whiskey, and it comes off as almost like it's not completely aged yet. It comes off to me, again, it has some assertive, kind of like eye-opening vibes, like what's going on. This is not a fragrance for the faint of heart, even if you understand niche fragrances like Byredo and Gallivant, and even if you have dabbled into some of the more mass appealing niche fragrances. I wouldn't say that this is extremely daring. I wouldn't say that this is unwearable, but for some people this is not going to be their type of emotion, and this is not going to be their kind of vibe. This smells like a pirate. This smells like a bad guy with a guy who's a villain almost. And this is a fragrance that has a serious quality and a big personality behind it, and I'm all for it. There's some dried fruits also listed with this fragrance. I don't get a lot of the dried fruits. To me, it almost feels like some of the crushed, almost like a nitrogen dried, like a freeze-dried raspberry. I feel like that's almost like crushed inside there, but there's not a lot of it. And again, I get like a dry, bittersweet, dried red fruit kind of vibe coming from this fragrance. So overall, it's a tantalizing fragrance. To me, it smells like a pirate fragrance, and I like that kind of vibe and emotion behind fragrances, but it's not going to be for everybody once again. But guys, again, when I smelled this one, this is one of those fragrances that gave me like a nosegasm, guys. I'm in love with it. This is my kind of emotion and my vibe. This is something I've always wanted in my collection, and I am so darn happy that I found it. So, beautiful fragrance. Longevity wise, this will easily get you 8-9+ hours. If you spray a lot of it on clothes, it's likely to stick to your clothes. It might stain your clothes. Again, look guys, look at the color of that juice. That's some deep color. It's not the heaviest, it's not the darkest, but it's got something to it, and it probably stain your white your dress shirt. So anyways, it's got performance. It's gives me a little bit above average projection, and sillage isn't the strongest, curiously enough. It doesn't like to make too much of a scent trail. It does one, and it certainly can get you noticed, but it's a fragrance that likes to have a brooding nature to it. It doesn't like to make the scent trail, in my experience. It likes to envelop you in like its own interesting aura, like when you sit down for a while and then, you know, people start catching on, and it creates its own magnetic field to it. And this fragrance certainly has that power and that punch to it. Again, if you spray this on clothes, I have no doubt that it'll get you upwards of 12 hours. It's not a weak fragrance. It's an extrait to parfum. It's a strong concentration, and it's not a joking around with the performance. So I feel like it's the right balance of performance. It might not have, I might have made it sound like it was that strong, or might not have presented it that way. But again, it's a very strong fragrance with a lot of personality and its own notes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a crazy beast of a fragrance. So getting to that compliment factor, this definitely turned heads. This is a fragrance, again, I wouldn't say it's extremely polarizing, but it is a fragrance that's going to get a reaction out of somebody one way or the other. Some people are going to think that, you know, this is very assertive, and a lot of people are going to, you know, they're either going to, depending on how you look and how you act, it's a fragrance that's really going to take it to the extreme, and it's going to make people more likely to like you or possibly dislike you. And I do have to say that this fragrance really does that so well. That might not be a good for some, you know, some people like laid back, casual fragrances, easy to wear fragrances that, you know, aren't so risky. I do say that this fragrance has risk to it. You know, some people might just dislike this on you, but I have to say that I like it, I wear it, and I pull it off, and it's my vibe. But again, if you know, for some people, this is, they're going to smell this and they're going to say, whoa, why did somebody put that in a bottle, and who would want to wear this? There are going to be people who think that and say that out there with this fragrance. It's a little monster in its own way. So my final thoughts with this fragrance, it's a 50 mil for $140. To put that into perspective, to get, you know, 100 mils of this, price per mil, just think about it, that's about $280 to $300 range for the quality, for what you're getting here. I think it's a good value, and it's an extrait to parfum. This fragrance is going to last me forever. With 2 sprays of this, and I got more than enough of this on me, and people notice, and I smell great, and I feel good. 2 sprays, this is one of those fragrances. It's an extrait to parfum. And remember all those heavy notes that I told you. It's got it going on. It's got all that heavy, boozy, you know, strong, determined boldness to this fragrance that you could probably want in a juice. You probably wouldn't want it any stronger unless you're somebody who wants a 24+ hour fragrance. So anyways, this is a beauty, guys, from Maher Fragrances. They have 4 fragrances out so far. They've done a wonderful job. I'm not promoting them, I'm not affiliated with them, but I think they've done a wonderful job here. I think that this brand is worth checking out. I would give them a chance. I would give them your time, and get some samples. See if this one's for you. Again, this is not going to be for everybody. This is not your soft aquatic. This is not your sweet playful thing. This is not your easygoing, you know, charming little vanilla or anything like that. Those fragrances are good and all. I have some of them. But there's a time and a place when you want to smell like the villain, when you want to smell just like the criminal maybe, and you want to pull out a fragrance that, I mean, has that kind of emotion. It's going to get you a reaction, and that's one reason, another reason, one of the many reasons I love this fragrance so much. So anyways, guys, I want to wrap up this video today. I hope that you like this video, and I hope that you like this review. If you've been wanting a confident, masculine, in-your-face kind of fragrance, booziness, and a ruggedness to your fragrances, and you feel like you can't find any, this one might just do it for you. So I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got. I'll include down below in the description where you can check out this brand and this fragrance, and I would certainly think it's worth your time. So check it out, everybody. I'll catch you later on the next video. Don't be a later tater. Catch my videos, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love and rock what you got. And I'll see you later, everybody. Peace out and bye.